And now you're under my control.
Hello, everyone. My name is Victor.
I am the occult technician.
And this is Mind War.
Can we just take a second to appreciate that our military is literally running mind wars? Well, enter this TPUSA board member, Paul E. Vallely, was the military commander for the 7th Psychological Operations Group. He collaborated with a major that was working under him, and his name was Michael Aquino. The two of them decided to co-author a book correctly termed, aptly entitled, Mind War.
In season 1 of Mind War, we worked from the book Mind War by Lieutenant Colonel Michael Aquino. We took the global psychological operations tactics taught in that book, and we learned to apply them to our personal lives. For example, we learned about the aristos, creating the best possible scenario for our current situation. In season 2 of Mind War, we read through the 1st Earth Battalion, a book covered by the movie The Men Who Stare at Goats. We learned the importance of working with like-minded individuals on your journey to heal the mind, body, and spirit. And folks, in seasons 3, 4, and 5 of the Mind War podcast, we are going to go even deeper by exploring the Gateway Experience tapes.
We were looking really to find the nature of what is generally called the human soul. In other words, what it is within us that animates us, that gives us freedom of decision, of conceptualization. The intellectual life force, of course, had a certain social criticism aspect to it, and it also liked to hold Judeo-Christianity's feet to the fire.
This is not a labor of love. This is a burden of hate. I do not do this work because I love you. I do this work because I hate them. And who are they? They are the organizations, corporations, and institutions that have polluted your minds, poisoned your bodies, and corrupted your souls.
Understanding consciousness, and once you understand consciousness, to maximize your personal use of it in such a way that you are not the slave to conventions or to propaganda of any sort, for that matter, so that you are in fact in effect a God yourself, responsible for your own decisions concerning matters of good or evil or morality.
There's this book that came out in the 1970s called Mind War, The Psychology of Victory. And this book was written by a colonel in the U.S. Army. He was Army PSYOP, Psychological Operations Officer, Michael Aquino. This book was all about psychological warfare, information control, and perception management. It argues that modern conflict is no longer won primarily through bullets and bombs, but through shaping beliefs, narratives, and morale.
We are working from a book titled Mind War by Dr. Michael Aquino. Mind War was written as a strategy for peace, a strategy in order to avoid physical war with regards to global scale conflicts.
The U.S. military were big proponents of this book. They studied this book.
Yeah.
Even this Major General Paul E. Vallely go around and do seminars and stuff, and this book, Mind War, it's all about psychological warfare and controlling the narrative.
I'm not here telling you that I came up with any of this stuff on my own, but I share it with all of you, what I've learned from the great ones who've come before me. And now, because they have passed and their physical bodies are no longer able to use their breath in order to express the information that they have gathered, I do it on their behalf. I use my physical breath until my very last breath to share this information with you.
He is on the board of directors for TPUSA. A major general who is a big proponent of this book, Mind War, is on the board of directors and a consultant for manipulation and narrative control.
That's why I come here and I put myself on the fucking line every Sunday to share with you my hatred, to share with you my anger. This isn't a fucking joke. I've already lost my friends. I've already lived a life of illusion. And I won't do it anymore.
The Charlie Kirk, TPUSA. The weirdest part about the whole thing, Lieutenant Colonel Michael Aquino co-wrote a book on psychological warfare while he was stationed at the Presidio in San Francisco. And he was a Satanist. He was a practicing Satanist, never denied it. He wrote this book, Mind War. And this became the manual for how to change the minds of large groups of people.
Together, we fight the mind war. Join the mind war today.
What is TPUSA doing? And the answer is trying to change the minds of large groups of people.
The strangest part isn't Charlie Kirk. It isn't even TPUSA. The strangest part is the lineage behind it. Lieutenant Colonel Michael Aquino wrote a book called Mind War while stationed at the Presidio in San Francisco. Not a self-help book.
We are taking the tactics and teachings of mind war. We are adapting them to our own personal lives in order to deal with issues in our own lives.
I appreciate you being here, and as always, remember, folks, harden your hearts and open your minds, because this is Mind War.
Wake up, open your eyes.